I'm about to teach you the fundamentals of boxing. And when you get done seeing this tutorial, you will never be confused about boxing again. I want to explain what is the fundamentals. The fundamentals of boxing simply means you're grounded throughout the technique. So even if you're doing a highly advanced technique, there's a fundamental manner and technique method that you have to follow throughout that skill. Why is this important? Because you never want to be confused when it comes down to fisticuffs. Now, as we go into this, it's so important that you master your fundamentals, because fundamentals allowed me to have an extremely successful career in the sport of boxing, fitness training. I got to reach the highest level, and this is why. First, we started getting phone calls many years ago at our gym, basically because a lot of coaches who are operating at the highest level of boxing were noticing one thing about the fighters that we had going to competitions and on big events. They realized that our fighters were profoundly sound in the art of fundamentals. And when you're a boxing, that's what's the most important thing. It sees you all the way through the amateur ranks, the highest level of competition in the amateurs, and it transcends into the pros. We kept getting phone calls constantly, week in and week out, back to back. And it was just like our hotline had been put on a billboard. But the reason why is because our fighters showed discipline, our fighters showed profound fundamentals. So if you're trying to get into boxing, whether you're trying to be an elite fitness trainer or if you're trying to compete, our phones were blowing off the hook. We had athletes getting an opportunity to spar with greats like Shane Mosley, Pacquiao, Vitaly Klitschko. All of these different opportunities would happen, and it was basically because we showed a profound technique skill set. And that's what all of these elite trainers are looking for when they're trying to get their athletes prepared for battle. So I'm going to show you exactly why this means so much. Now, how I'm going to simplify this for you is to make sure that you keep this very simple. The fundamentals of boxing is all about being grounded in every technique. So we start off with footwork. The box step is one of the very first exercises you will learn because it teaches you the art of ring generalship. So this is boxing. Balance here, shift balance here. 12-2. Lead with that weight. The weight goes right to that foot and transfers back. So it's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Lead with the foot in which the direction you're going. Lead with that foot. Lead with that foot. Now, we call that tier 1. Do not try to get ahead of yourself. Remember, boxing fundamentals is all about being grounded in that skill and understanding the shift, the weight, the base, and how you can execute. Now, that makes fundamentals seem a lot cooler whenever you're at the highest level of competition, or if you're just working with people and you want to give them the finer points of training. Here's the way it looks from the back. Remember, hands up high, step, lead, lead with the foot in which the direction you're going. Lead with that foot. Left foot, lead, right foot, going to your right, back, and just like that. Now, you do that until you have it down so good that no matter what happens, you're in that stance and nobody can move you off of that mark. Now fundamentals starts to get very important to you. You don't just want to move off of it. And this is why when you do that, people notice you when you got fundamentals down. It's when people start to get too cocky. They want to do too many things. That's when it starts to show up. And everybody, especially elite coaches, many years ago, I was discovered basically for the exact same reason I'm talking to you now. So if you're training people, I was discovered this way, standing in the gym. A guy walks up to me and says, the system in which you're training, it looks exactly like the Olympic Training Center. And I was like, my system is basically based on grounding these guys in the fundamentals. And it just so happened to be the 2004 Olympic boxing coach, Coach Anthony Bradley. And he acknowledged that. And knowing and not acknowledging my skill set, it allowed me to work with the best fighters in the world. I got to actually meet Oliver McCall. I got to actually work in camps with Hasim Rockman. I got to actually send fighters off the training camps with Klitschko and Sugar Shane and De La Hoya and all of the greats that you watch. And it was all because of the fundamentals. We took them so much more serious than everybody else. Even Ray Mercer came to our gym and said, this is the most technical gym I've ever been to. And it was like the most important thing is the most important thing. And right now it's about fighters being grounded. So this is what allows you to reach your highest goals. Doing the little things, the fundamentals, and this program will do this for you. Now, the rest of the program is waiting for you right now. We set it aside just so you can get an opportunity to understand what the entire fundamental program looks like. So all you got to do right now is take the time and realize how far do you want to go and how good do you want to be. It's yours, absolutely free, and when you get done with it, you will never be confused about boxing again, no matter what level you reach. And our job is to get you to the highest level. Same way I got an opportunity to do. So see you soon, enjoy, go to those DMs and type in HEAT in all caps. And I'll see you in the winner's circle. Peace.